Experiment number 5, 101 lab, simulation techniques to be used for fractional crystallization lab. As the name implies, crystallization of a compound is done in different phases or different times. This means that 2 or more solutes are mixed in a mixture, dissolved in water, and then, depending upon their properties of solubility, we start separating them out one after the other. The term solubility basically defines how much amount of a solute can dissolve in a given quantity of water. Therefore, generally speaking, as the temperature increases, the solubility increases. However, in the case of sodium chloride, there is not much difference there is not much difference in the solubility as the temperature rises. Whereas in the case of dichromate, that is the potassium dichromate salt, it seems that the solubility increases 16-fold with the rise in temperature. So normally what we do in the lab is that we dissolve the two or more solutes in a given volume of water at a higher temperature, and then cool that liquid. Let the liquid come a little bit cold and then put it in ice water, and then the least soluble of the compounds will separate out first, followed by separate out or comes out as a solid in the cold solution of the mixture. Then we have to filter it using a Buckner funnel. A Buckner funnel is an Erlenmeyer flask with a Buckner funnel attachment to it. And then we just pour and decant it. And since it's a simulation lab, you don't have to wait because it quickly drains out the solvent with the other more soluble solute in it. And so then we remove the Buckner funnel and transfer the contents into a watch glass, and you can get the sample weight. The remaining solute that is there in the mixture is heated, the solution is evaporated till all the solvent vaporizes, and then allowed to cool, and then we again weigh the sample. Now I'm going to show you the demo for this particular experiment by sharing my screen. So it's a short experiment and I will do it quickly. So we go to the Chem Lab menu, open it, and then we go to Fractional Crystallization Lab, read the introduction, which is almost, I've explained to you everything. So now we follow the procedure in brief. I'm going to do it, get 100 ml beaker, 100 ml beaker. Into the beaker, I'm going to add about some amount of water so that I have my solvent in it. Then again, I'll click and then add my salt in it and read the procedure carefully, and then add the quantity they have asked. And then, as you will see in the downward menu, there are a lot of different chemicals with different solubilities. And so you can add the quantity and put it inside. Once you put it inside, remember that you need to stir the solution, stir the salt so that it dissolves. Once the stirring rod goes back to its position, then what I want to do is go to the menu and bring a large beaker, and in that I'm going to put 300 ml of ice water, 300 ml of ice water, and say, okay, And then I'm going to place the beaker with this mixture in it and say combine and let it stay. Now we go, let it stay. Slowly you will see the compound crystallizes out. The lesser soluble compound will come out first, followed by the, so once the lesser soluble compound comes out, we're going to take it out and make sure you keep a thermometer in there. If you're not sure about the temperature, keep it there. And then wait for till all the solute is come out. Then you click on it and say remove. The beaker separates out. And then I'm going to get a Buckner funnel. So here I've added the Buckner funnel. And then, so on the two section, you can get a Erlenmeyer flask and add a Buckner funnel. Then I'm going to say pour and decant. As you can see, the dichromate is an orange color solid. When all of it is transferred, then what you do is keep the beaker aside, click on it. Now the Buckner funnel is highlighted, so remove that. Remove the highlight, and then say that you want to place the sample, transfer the sample into a watch glass. And so now there you have it. So now what I'm going to do is keep it here, and then I'm going to get another beaker. Now you'll say why? Because this solution is not water. It has got some salt in it, and therefore we have to take a beaker again, and then we're going to pour the liquid. I don't want you to heat the liquid in the Erlenmeyer flask, because in the lab, if you were to do it, then what happens is because of the shape, there is a likelihood that there is not proper heating done. And as a result, the flask may break. So we put it in a beaker and then get a hot plate, and then keep it below that, and then maximize the heat to evaporate it. Don't let the beaker fall off the hot plate. Once the water starts boiling, make sure all the water is drained out. And then while that is heating up, you can watch it. To keep it in position to watch it. And then while it is heating up, I'm just going to go and click on the watch glass and say, show the weight. And so there you can see the weight that I have taken for my sample. And then you can record that under the observation for the dichromate. Remember, the dichromate is the orange color solute, and it is very much low, has very much a lower solubility as compared to the sodium chloride, so it comes out first. And then you evaporate the solid solution, which contains the sodium chloride, and you can see that as the water is going off, there is a black layer inside the beaker. Wait till all the water has gone off, then turn off the beaker, let the hot plate. You can't turn off the beaker. You turn off the hot plate, allow the beaker to cool down, and then weigh the sample in the same way and say, show the weight. And why we do that? Because at the beginning, we did not take the weight of the beaker, and therefore we do not know the exact weight of the beaker that is used. And so if you just ask it, right click the mouse and say, show the weight, it becomes much easier to get a correct idea. And once that is done, I'm going to stop the share, and then you complete the homework assignment for this, complete the calculations, do your result discussion, save every item that is there, and then upload the experiment. With that, I'm going to stop the share.